Ladies and gentlemen, the other day I did a story on Derek Chauvin and his wife. Their case on tax evasion has come up. She already pled guilty, and Derek Chauvin has officially been convicted on 2 counts of tax evasion. So this just happened just a few hours ago. So George Floyd's killer, Derek Chauvin, convicted of tax fraud. So he made an appearance, but he did it by video through the jail. He was not physically there in person. So he admitted to 2 counts of aiding and abetting tax fraud after he and his ex-wife underreported taxable income between 2014 to 2019. Chauvin was sentenced to 13 months in prison in order to pay restitution. So we know of May of 2020, that's when he murdered George Floyd. Chauvin and his ex wife Kelly were charged with tax crimes shortly after the killing of George Floyd. She already pled guilty about 2 days ago in court, and she is expected to be sentenced, but she cut a deal with the prosecution. So they think she is going to get hit with a fine and possibly community service, where Derek Chauvin is getting hit with 13 additional months in prison. So the disgraced officer, ex-officer, entered a plea on Friday with a virtual hearing from the federal prison that he's in Tucson, Arizona. Chauvin worked part-time on security jobs, and that's where he failed to report his income. So they said on those jobs he earned about $95,000 doing security jobs on the side of his police job. Kelly Chauvin filed for divorce after murder charges were hit on Derek Chauvin. And they said charges covered a time period of when they were married and filing taxes jointly. So, according to the Star Tribune newspaper, officials began to suspect tax fraud after interviews with Chauvin's father, an accountant who prepared his taxes between 2014 and 2015. And I do remember reading about that his father was warning him and his wife they were going to run into problems over their taxes. So one day, the tax documents were taken from Chauvin's home by detectives. Kelly Chauvin called her husband in jail to say that investigators were looking into their tax returns. Chauvin suggested that they get help from the person who have used to handle their taxes for years. This is what the newspaper reports. She responded, "Yeah, well, we don't want to get your dad involved because he will just be mad at me. So, I mean, us for not doing them for years." So the probe uncovered that the Chauvins did not report their entire income in 2014 and 2015 and did not file tax returns in 2016, 2017, or 2018. The couple ultimately failed to pay more than $20,000 and have been ordered to pay state taxes, which is nearly $38,000 in restitution. So Friday's sentence will run concurrently with the murder conviction, as well as Chauvin's later 20-year sentence for violating Floyd's civil rights during the murder. So I'm not surprised. I was expecting him to get hit with more time, but if it's running concurrently, it's really not that big deal, to be honest with you. But now they got that out of the way, not unless some of the other past things that Derek Chauvin did when he was a police officer, because I know they were looking at other people that got violated by Derek Chauvin, because, George Floyd was not the only one he choked. He choked other people. And if he gets slammed with those charges, I don't know. Derek may not be out anytime soon, you know? But I'm not surprised that this has happened. Usually, these shady cops always got other things going on behind the scenes other than the crime they really got caught up in. That's pretty much the norm, especially among American cops in this country. So, y'all, this is just an update on what's going on with him. So, please tell me what you think about these additional 13 months that he just got hit with, that he got to spend behind bars. But this is running concurrently with his other time that he's spending for the murder and violation of civil rights of George Floyd. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.